Hello and welcome to Motors for the Masses, and today I've got 16 motorbikes that are blatant rip-offs of some truly fantastic and very expensive machines. Some of them are truly awful, others you might like. I'll let you decide that. So before we take a look, let's roll the intro and get cracking. So number one in our list is the Moshao MX650. Now this, as you can see, is trying to be the Ducati Panigale V4, or the V4S. I don't know if it's doing it so well. I mean, it's red, and it's got white writing on it, and some kind of black plastic that is attempting to be a wing. And it's got vents in the right places, but other than that, I don't think there's a lot in comparison to the Ducati. Well, actually, it's got the Öhlins-esque forks and the Brembo-esque brakes, but other than that, I mean, to start with, it's got a 650 parallel twin engine, which puts out 66 brake horsepower. Unfortunately, it's quite a lot less than the 210 that Ducati puts out. Now this isn't the only one, because they also have the MX500 Street Fighter, which is supposed to be the Ducati V4 Street Fighter. But again, it just isn't, is it? I mean, it's definitely a rip-off, but I don't think it's a very good one. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something you would put your money towards. So on to number two, and that is the Huaying R6. Have a look at this. And yes, you've guessed it, it is supposed to be a rip-off of the Yamaha R6. Now, I have various issues here. One, okay, they do seem to be going with the same colour, the white with the fluorescent yellow. However, take a closer look. It's got number 46 on it. It's nod to Valentino Rossi. On the frame, it's got HRC, which is Honda Racing on a Yamaha. But you do get a Yamaha sticker, and you do get a Monster sticker, and a MotoGP sticker. So it's pretty much an R6. Well, it is an R6, but it's the same as a Yamaha R6. Now, even though it's got R6 written on it, it is a 500cc engine. Now, okay, that wouldn't be so bad, but how much power does it have? Well, the R6 Yamaha has 118 brake horsepower, and this one has 37. Yeah, I don't know how they got such a little figure out of it either, but there you go. So on to number three, and another Ducati wannabe. This time, rather exciting. Wanjan, I want to say this correctly. Wanjan, Wanyan, WANJAN, WJ300, Space Ranger. Someone's been watching a bit too much Toy Story, I think. However, here it is. Now this, as you can see, is clearly a Ducati 1098 rip-off. In no way whatsoever. Well, okay, it's red, again. And it's got similar lights and similar bits looking. The exhaust goes under the seat. The holes in the fairing are very similar. It's a white writing on a red fairing yet again, so you know it's pretty much a Ducati. However, with 300cc it has about 20 horsepower. I know, must be a bit of a monster. Do you get it? Ducati monster? No, I don't get it either. It's just not, is it? And again, I'm sure some people would love it. For me, not so much. Right then, on to number four, and another Moshao. This time the RR500. And this one, you can tell by the way they've got the exhaust sticking out the side of the fairing, and of course the red fairing with the white writing, that is supposed to be either the Ducati 1299 or the 1199 or even the 595 Panigale. Again, it's not. But how much power does it have? I mean, this one might surprise you. Well, no, it doesn't, because it's still the same 500 engine that's in the other Moshao. So based on previous information that the 650 has 66 horsepower. I'm guessing 50. So, again, about 4 times less than the bike it's trying to portray. But then again, the price is probably 4 times less. So then let's move on to number 5, and this one is the Moto S450 RR. And this, by colour and pattern and design, is supposed to be a rip-off of the BMW S1000 RR. I mean, they've even got the white with the red and blue stickers and the RR splattered down the side. Their lights are similar. The power is similar. And when I say similar, I mean nothing like it. They've missed a 0 off the end of the horsepower because it has 24. I'm not saying the BMW's got 240, but I think it's around about 200 horsepower. So this one has 24 horsepower from a 450. Perhaps they're getting their designs from Royal Enfield. I don't know, but that's 24 horsepower from a 450. That's more like a 250, and it's a parallel twin. It's not even a single, it's a 450 parallel twin with 24 horsepower. How is that even possible? They must be copying designs from 1970s American muscle cars, where a 6.6 litre Trans Am has something like 200 horsepower. This is just, I can't believe it. 24 horsepower. But anyway, it's exciting, isn't it? I mean, just, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to number 6. And this time we've got a rip-off of Royal Enfield, and that is the Hanway G30. Now this Hanway does have 250cc with 25 horsepower and 16 pounds-foot. So power-wise, it's not too dissimilar to the Royal Enfield. And looks-wise, it's pretty similar. I mean, Hanway are better now than they ever used to be, and they were awful when they first came out. Most recently, they're better, but I don't know, this one is maybe not so bad as the others. So then, let's move on to number 7. Now this one, I had to admit, I'm not sure whether it's a bad thing or not. You decide. And that is a bike from a car company. Now, this car's been around, and they've been cheap for quite a while in the UK, and that's Great Wall. But this is the motorcycle, the Great Wall Suowu, or S2000 ST. Now what's interesting about this is that it is an 8-cylinder, yes you heard me, 8-cylinder engine. I mean, that is just awesome. I mean, they are trying to one-up the Honda Goldwing, which is a 6-cylinder bike, and it is pretty much what it's based on. So either the Honda Goldwing 1800 Touring or even the Indian Pursuit Limited. But this thing is just immense. I mean, look at it. It's pretty impressive. I mean, it's not my kind of style, but it is pretty impressive. And it's got some decent stuff on it. It's got Brembo brakes on it. I mean, you're going to need decent brakes to stop that kind of thing, especially when you consider it weighs more than 400 kilos. It's got massive amounts of storage. Apparently, the boxes on the side have 118 litres each. I mean, you could put all your belongings out of your house in that. So then, on to number 8, and that is this, the Johnway YY400-5, and that is clearly trying to be a Harley Fat Bob. The difference is it's got a 398cc V-twin engine with only 32 horsepower, but then again, it's only, what, £3,000? So it's not a lot of money. However, they've clearly sort of attacked the front end of a Harley and taken some blurry pictures of the headlights. I mean, you could argue that it's alright looking, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think any Harley rider is going to shift over to Johnway anytime soon, do you? So that brings us on to number 9, and another Moshao. Yes, now we've got the MX500 Adventure. And this is trying desperately to be a BMW R1250 or even an R1200 GS Adventure. Its full name is the Moshao MX500-7D. Not convinced. Well, I mean, it's got lights that look a bit BMW-ish, and the sort of M on the front of the, the front mudguard there is a bit sort of BMW-ish, and it's got wheels, which the BMW also has, and boxes on the back. So they're clearly trying. But have they succeeded? Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this, and if you think the MX500-7D is a bike you would consider getting rid of your BMW 1250 or your 1200 GS Adventure for to get. I mean, I suppose it's probably going to be cheap enough for you to buy one, throw it away after 6 months, buy another one, throw it away after 6 months, buy another two for one BMW. I don't know, I'm joking. Anyway, let's move on quickly to number 10. Now we've got something that rivals the Kawasaki Z1000. Yes, that's the Daewoo 302. Okay, it's not going to rival the Z1000. And to me, it's got the Z1000 front end and the Z650 back end. So either someone's made a mistake, or they've just gone, we'll have the front of that and we'll have the back of that, and we'll just put them together like a cut and shut of Kawasaki. Not saying this bike is a cut and shut, but they've obviously folded the paper in half, taken a photocopy of the front end of the Z1000, folded the other one in half and taken a photocopy of the back end of the 650, and then put them together and went, yes, that'll work for us. I mean, I suppose it's going to be cheap, and I do like that colour. But that's about it, I think. And sticking with the theme of Kawasaki Z1000 for number 11, we've got this, the Jajou 400. And this is a bit more Kawasaki Z1000, but again, only in almost squinty looks. Because yes, it does have a 400cc engine, but again, it's only got 20 horsepower. How are they getting so little horsepower out of a bigger capacity engine? I don't get it. I mean, my Kawasaki ZXR 400 from 1991 has 62 horsepower. How are they getting 20 horsepower out of a modern 400? I just don't understand. So then on to number 12, and that is this, the Lifan Hunter 125. And can you tell what this looks like? Yes, it's supposed to be the Ducati Scrambler 800. But it isn't, with possibly a bit of the Indian FTR in there, especially with the exhausts, or a Ducati Scrambler with the exhaust changed. I'm not so sure. I mean, it's got sort of designs of it, although it's got that sort of Lifan scooter engine with the block facing that way rather than that way. So I'm guessing it's probably got one gear. Oh, it might have gears. I mean, like the Honda Grom, that's got an engine like that, but that's got proper gears, so maybe. But I suppose, Lifan are sort of a partnership with Honda. They have had for years. So, yeah, it's just... yeah. I mean, the colour works, and the sort of design on the tank with the badge in there works. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And let's quickly move on to number 13. And I'm not quite sure what to make of number 13, simply because of the name. It's called the Feckin TT250. Yes, the Feckin TT250. That's what this is. It's a Feckin TT250. Spelled F-E-I-K-E-N. Fake-in, perhaps. Fake in, I don't know, but yes, you can clearly see that this Feckin 250 is supposed to look like the Husqvarna Svartpillen 401, or even the Vippillen 401. It's got a bit of both in there. Again, they've sort of taken a bit from one and a bit from other and thought, yes, I like the look of that, we can do that too. I mean, it's not even a generic design, it's really, really based on that Husqvarna. The difference is this has got 28 horsepower from their 250cc engine. I mean, again, 28 horsepower is better than 20 horsepower from that previous 400. So they're doing something a bit better than, who was it? Mao Xiao or Dayin or something, or I don't know, Jajou. So then, on to number 14, and we've got a Jonway again. Now, this Jonway is slightly bigger, but with the same engine, so probably slower, than the previous Jonway. And this one's called the Jonway YY400-9, and I think it's trying to be an Indian Roadmaster. However, the Indian Roadmaster is massive with a massive engine and goes very fast and is very comfortable. This one is the same V-twin 32 horsepower engine. They also apparently do it in a 250. I'm guessing that's got 18 horsepower or something. But yeah, 32 horsepower from this 400cc giant bike. So I'm not expecting big speeds, but it looks the part. Is this something you could see yourself on? Again, let me know in the comment section below, and let's move on to number 15, which is another Jonway. And this one is the Y400S Bobber. And this seems to be looking like the Indian Scout Sports Bobber. Again, big bike, big engine, and then they do a small version, but still a big bike. Looks good, I guess. But it's still got 32 horsepower V-twin engine. I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't. I mean, I guess in China these must be popular. They don't need to go fast because there's lots of congested traffic. They just want to look good, and they just want to feel as though they're on a very expensive bike, even though they're not. I don't know. Again, let me know in the comment section below. Is this something you would trade in your Indian Scout Bobber for, to get one of these? I doubt it, but let me know what you'd do in the comment section below. So on to the final one, and that is number 16, and that is the Motrac Unicorn 800. Now, this is clearly trying to be the MV Agusta Super Veloce. But is it like the Super Veloce? Well, the Super Veloce has 147 brake horsepower from its 800cc triple. This has an 800cc parallel twin with 61 horsepower. So, no, it's not. But it looks good. And it looks good. It does have twin front discs. Let's go with that. I'm quite pleased about that. Other than that, yeah, not much else. But it's got that round front headlight and that sort of nose bit, and it's got panels on the side and wheels front and back with exhausts. It's red too, and I think that's where the similarities end. So yeah, again, would you part with your 20-odd thousand pounds instead of the MV, save a lot of money, buy yourself, I don't know, a second-hand Super Veloce, and this one for the weekend, or going to work? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not so sure. So yeah, there you go. Let me know in the comment section below what you think you would do with your hard-earned money. And that is all I've got for this episode. Thank you much for joining me. I'll be back next time with something else, of course. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, and click the notification bell for more videos to come. And I'll see you very soon for more. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye-bye.